So what is up guys, this is AG, you're watching Techbox community. I'm back with another video, and this time guys, it's an everything you need to know video on the S8 and the S8 Plus. Yes guys, Samsung is launching two variants of the S8. It's the S8 which carries a 5.8-inch display and the S8 Plus which carries a 6.2-inch display. That's the only major difference between these two phones apart from the battery, which we will talk about later. First up, the main feature that has been making the rounds throughout the past quarter, and the feature that Samsung bragged about a lot during their Unpacked event, is the screen. The display. The S8 and the S8 Plus carries a 5.8-inch and a 6.2-inch display respectively. Now both these displays are Quad HD resolution. Well, it's not exactly Quad HD, they carry Quad HD Plus resolutions, which translates to 2960 by 1440p resolutions. What this means that the aspect ratio is an 18.5 by 9 aspect ratio instead of the usual 16 by 9. Samsung has gone for a complete edge-to-edge display. They are dubbing it as the Infinity display, but it's plain and simple bezel-less display. Yes guys, the displays look freaking good. Of course, a 5.8-inch display crammed into the footprint of a Galaxy S7 is no joke. Samsung's done some serious work over here. Now in doing so, they have removed the physical home button. Yes guys, the Samsung signature home button is now gone. Now if the home button's gone, where's the fingerprint scanner? The fingerprint scanner is now placed at the back of the device, right beside the camera. Now that's a pretty peculiar place to keep the fingerprint scanner. It's a real reach for your fingers when you're holding it in one hand. If that's not your piece of cake, Samsung has you covered with iris scanner alongside a new potential security feature, which is face recognition. So if you guys want your phones to unlock in a snap, you want the facial recognitions on. Now guys, we had the S7 Edge last year with those beautiful curved edges that kind of fell over the sides. Seamless design, beautiful look. Speaking of seamless guys, last year's S7 Edge felt quite sharp in the hand, but this time it is pretty dope. The curved front and the back are perfectly symmetrical with the metal rim, and it really feels like a one piece sitting on your hand. Returning back is the bottom firing single speaker. Yes guys, there is no stereo speaker again. Now we don't know if there is a stereo counterpart in the earpiece, but we can all assume that there is no such thing, because if there was stereo speakers, Samsung was pretty much assured to brag about this feature in their presentation, which they didn't do. So no stereo speakers. Again, returning back is the 3.5mm headphone jack. It's 2017 guys, why wouldn't you have a headphone jack? Now the one aspect that Samsung kept absolutely unchanged from the S7 and the S7 Edge is the camera department. The rear firing shooter is again a 12MP f1.7 shooter with the dual pixel autofocus technology. Come on guys, the S7 camera was the best of its time. It's still tough to beat, so Samsung sticking to its tried and tested formula is a good move. But what Samsung has changed over here is the post-image processing. What they do now is they take multiple shots of the same image and combine them to give you the best possible result. That's what that has changed, apart from the front-facing shooter, which is now 8MP and also comes with autofocusing technology. Returning back are the usual suspects: the microSD card slot, the USB Type-C port, the power button on the right, the volume rockers on the left, and the new addition this time is the Bixby button. Yes guys, Bixby, Samsung's virtual assistant, has its dedicated button. I don't know how much good would it be, but it is what Google Assistant is, a perfect Google Assistant competitor just by the name of Samsung and not under Google. It gives you cards like Google Now, has your voice assistant like Google Assistant, same, everything is same. Just a few bits here and there with image recognition. What we are speaking about over here is that Bixby can take an image of a real life object and then search for that object on the internet so that you can buy it or search for it for information. That's something new with Bixby. Now how much intuitive is this going to be? We don't know, we need the phone to test it out. With the S8 and the S8 Plus, the Exynos 8895 chipset makes debut. Samsung bragged about this feature. It's the world's first 10nm process chip. Now they didn't say it's the Exynos 8895 or the Snapdragon 835, but both have a possibility. I'm inclining towards the 8895 perspective because it is Samsung's own brand, so they are likely to brag about this feature in their presentation, which they have done. So it is pretty much confirmed that the Exynos 8895 is going to be launched with the S8 over here in Asia and the international market, but the US market is going to receive the Snapdragon 835 alongside 4GB of RAM, which is the norm of the industry at this time. Now you know I talked about the other aspect where the S8 and the S8 Plus differs. The battery capacity. The S8 comes with 3000 mAh battery and the S8 Plus with a 3500 mAh battery. Now that's something peculiar. The S7 Edge from last year carried a 3600 mAh battery and it carried a 5.5-inch display, when the S8 itself is carrying a 5.8-inch display, Quad HD Plus resolution. That's something peculiar. We don't know why did Samsung do this, but what we do know is that Samsung would make some software customizations that will consider the small battery capacity. Now also one more thing that we know is that the Galaxy S8 and the S8 Plus comes out of the box with a Full HD resolution, which can be changed to Quad HD in the settings, just like I've showed you in the NewYork update for the S7 Edge. And if you haven't checked that video out, I'm going to link it down here somewhere. Just check it out. Now you know I talked about the home button missing over here. Now since the home button is missing, Samsung went for the on-screen buttons, the on-screen layout, but again, their order is misplaced from what Google intended to do. Google said back button on the left, multitasking on the right, but Samsung goes for back button on the right and multitasking on the left. But Samsung has allowed this to be customizable from the settings, and the main aspect to tell you this is the home button. Now this is not an usual on-screen home button, guys. This is a force touch home button. It has a dactyl engine underneath which senses and gives you feedback upon the amount of pressure that you have provided. So I think you would be able to assign different pressure levels for different activities. And now two of the most intriguing additions to this S8 and the S8 Plus is that the S8 and the S8 Plus are the first phones in the world to carry Bluetooth 5.0. Now what Bluetooth 5.0 is basically a new version of Bluetooth. What's special about it? You can connect and operate two different Bluetooth devices simultaneously, side by side. It's a great addition to have. And also, Samsung has partnered with AKG to provide you a free AKG headphone bundled inside the box with every Samsung Galaxy S8 and the S8 Plus. These headphones in itself cost about $100 or about 6,000 rupees. So that was everything you need to know about the S8 and the S8 Plus. Hope you liked the video, hope you found the video informative. If you have, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thanks guys, see you again in the next video. Peace.